across something that affects a lot of us, a lot of people around us. School problems in Ipoh, and some ideas we have to make things better. Honestly, this stuff isn't just about grades or exam. It is how students feel every day.
Yeah, like we choose this topic because we see it all the time. Students struggling with reading, feeling stressed, or even getting bullied. And it's not just numbers on the page. These are real kids with real feelings. We wanted to give them a voice.
And we're focusing mainly on students in Ipoh. But the thing is, teachers, parents, even school managements get affected too. If students are struggling, everyone around them feels it. So helping students actually helps the entire community.
Let's start with literacy. Some students in Ipoh struggle to keep up with reading or understanding lessons, and it's not because they are not smart. Sometimes it's because they didn't get enough help when they were younger, or the schools don't have enough resources. In fact, many students here in Ipoh risk falling behind or even dropping out just because they don't get the support they need.
And then there's mental health. We talked to some students ourselves, and so many say they feel anxious or stressed almost every day. One girl even told us she's lost sleep because of homework and exams. These are normal students, people like us, but the pressure can be really heavy.
Bullying is another big problem. We read local news and reports showing dozens of bullying cases every year. Some students are bullied in class, online, and it really affects their confidence. They avoid school and social interactions and stay quiet in class. They don't interact with their teachers, they don't raise their hands to answer, and they sometimes even isolate themselves from their friends. And then you add overcrowded classrooms to the mix. Imagine trying to focus when there's barely enough space to move, and the teacher is trying to juggle 40 other students at the same time.
If these problems aren't addressed, they just keep getting worse. Students fall behind academically, which can lead to more dropouts. This affects their future job, confidence, and even their mental well-being. And it doesn't just stop at school. It follows them into adulthood.
Bullying and mental health issues stick with you. Some kids might feel invisible, alone, or ashamed. They won't even ask for help because they're too scared. They can affect friendships and relationships. For teachers, managing large classes with stressful students is exhausting, and over time, it can cause burnouts and reduce in the quality of their education.
And the community also suffers. An undereducated generation can affect local business, future workforce, and even the general social environment. These aren't just school problems, they ripple out into everyone's life.
For literacy, we'll have workshops where small groups can get help with reading and writing. No one should feel embarrassed, and everyone can learn at their own pace. For bullying, peer mentors can help students feel supported and encourage them to speak up. And for mental health, counseling sessions provide a safe space for students to talk about stress, anxiety, or personal issues without fear of being judged.
Of course, we know there will be challenges. Some schools might not have enough space or trained counselors or staff to run these programs. Not every student will participate at first, but we will track feedback, attendance, and do surveys so we know what's working and what needs improvement. It's not perfect, but it's a start.
And we even made a simple flowchart to show how students can access the program. Step by step, they can go from workshop to peer monitoring, then counseling if needed. The goal is that no student feels lost or unsupported.
Let me give you a real example. One student we talked to says she's really smart but struggles with reading. She hides it because she's embarrassed and ends up not asking for help. With our program, she could join a small literacy group and slowly improve without feeling judged. Imagine the confidence boost that gives her.
Another story. There's a boy who got bullied online. He didn't tell anyone because he was afraid of making things worse. But if he had a peer mentor to talk to, or someone his own age, he might feel more supported and less alone. Small support can make a big difference.
Even small things like overcrowded classrooms, we can't magically add more rooms overnight. But by giving students access to workshops and mentor outside the regular classrooms, we can ease some of the pressure and give them time to catch up.
I focus on bullying and mental health. Hearing student stories really hit me. It made me realize that behind all the statistics, there are real people with real struggles. Some of their experiences were really eye-opening and made me think differently about school life in Ipoh.
I worked on designing the plan and monitoring the system. It was challenging to make it practical but still useful for students. Going through the logistics made me understand how much effort schools put in these days and how every small improvement can make a big difference.
My role was to coordinate and compile our research and help put everything together for the presentation. I learned that teamwork is the key and none of this would be possible without everyone contributing ideas and sharing responsibilities. It really showed me how complicated school issues can be when you try to solve them properly.